Morning guys, Mark here. Today I'm going to do a video for my guide to card minting, basically on the scale of 10 to 0. Basically this comes after I got in a bit of a dispute with a gentleman on eBay about what is mint and what is not mint, and we'll go through that as well in this video. So let's begin. The mint scale for anything generally goes from a scale of 1 to 10, but for trading cards I've done a scale of from 0 to 10, 10 being mint, 0 being not even remotely valuable. So let's go through what a grade 10 card looks like real quick. Grade 10 simple. Here's your card, right? You can see it's perfectly flat. You can like barely see it in the picture there. There's not any distinguishable markings on it. It's completely good. Corners are nice and fine. Back looks beautiful. End of story. Now grade 9. Grade 9's pretty much grade 10. You can see the front looks great. It sits flat on all sides. Back looks great, except if you were to look really closely right here, this little corner, you can see that's got a slight nick to it right there. See that? Right there. Yeah. So because it's got that little ding, but the sides are all great on every other side, that automatically makes it grade 9. Grade 8's right next down to it. It could have the same distinguishable marking on the side, but it doesn't in this one. Actually, in fact, if you look at a grade 8 card, a grade 8 card, well, I guess grade 8 would have the same thing as grade 9 would have in that corner there with the dinged up corner, but also, I don't know if you can see it here, but if you look in the light, you can see scratches all over the face of the foil. And grade 8 generally only, works, you can see them right along the sides there, see those scratches? Grade 8 generally only applies to foil cards a lot of the times, because usually if you're working with a non-foil card, you just go like straight, it's either grade 10 or you don't want it, because that's about a rare card. Otherwise, grade 8 pretty much applies to everything. But it sits flat. It's still got the distinguishable marking on the side corner. Maybe it's got a dinged up corner, on one of the corners there. It's got the scratches along the face. Generally it's not much. It takes about 10-15% of the value away. Grade 7 is where we start getting, where you can tell a card's been played. If you look along the bottom there, you can see that there's markings all along the bottom of the card. There's a few dinged up corners here and there. The back still looks good. The front still looks good. Just got those markings on the side. Not a lot of people enjoy those markings, and so we kind of have to disregard those and kind of kill some of the value on it a little bit. But it's still playable, still collectible. It's not unrecognizable. So that's great. That's grade 7 right there. Grade 6 is where we start getting into a lot of the damage of the card. You can see here, crease, 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 all 4 corners. Sides are getting played down. The back still looks good. Front's probably got some scratch marks on it somewhere. The edges are probably getting worn at this point, but you can start telling you get down in grade cards when all the corners are starting to get messed up, and it's like paper, like you can see you can completely flex it without barely touching it. It's completely paper thin on the side. That's a grade 6 card, real easy to recognize. Grade 5 is where we introduce the full crease on the card. And the reason why I say grade 5, because it's pretty much halfway through. If you'll see right there, if you look into the light, kind of, can't really see it, but there's a crease that runs right along. There you go, you can see in the light if I shine it just like there's the crease. Grade 5 is where you got the dinged up corners, beat up edges, crease. It literally takes away half the value of the card. That's why it's grade 5. And grade 4. Moving along, you've got worn edges. You can see it on all 4 sides. The white, the corners are starting to get worn up. If you look in the light there, you can see right across there it is. You can see it clear as day, a nice big fat crease right down the middle, even though this is a common card. And I did customly make these just to show you examples. But, you know, you can, oh, look at that, you can see it's beautiful shadow. That's how you tell a crease right there. You can look at the, against the light, you can see the shadow right along the bottom there. You can see right there, yep. But this is grade 4. Big fat crease, worn edges, a little less than 5, not really desirable. A lot of people don't want these cards. Grade 3 is where the edges basically become crap. Crease, bigger creases, very distinguishable crease, one on the corner there. You know, it's just beat up to the point to where, I mean, it's playable but not wanted. Some people will use these cards just because they're playable and keep their mint stuff for trade and sale. What usually is what I do. I use beat up cards to play with, and then, because you know that's what beat up cards are for. You play with beat up cards and then you sell the mint and trade the mint stuff. So this is what grade 3 looks like. Grade 2 is where you've got creases galore. You can see crease, 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 crease. Way too many creases. It's completely folded in half. This is crap. You don't want grade 2. Grade 2, you know, it's not even playable because it doesn't even sit flat. Grade 3 sits flat. Grade 2 doesn't. Grade 2 is an unplayable card. Generally, you get these from little kids who don't really know the value of a card and kind of keep it. They're not really wanted. If you have a grade 2 card, you might as well just burn it, throw it away, or use it for an example like this to show what kind of a crap card it can be. You know, it's poop. Grade 1 is pretty much the garbage can. It's bent to all hell. You know, it doesn't sit flat. You know, it's recognizable, readable, not playable. It's just kind of there. You know, usually you just have it to have it. And then this is a grade 0 card. Unrecognizable, unreadable, completely worn down. Usually you get these from little kids who play on cement like this and go like that, and go like that. You know, or they kind of just don't really know. Also get a lot of the frayed edges, like if you look back at the grade 4, you know, like frayed edges, you get those from keeping those in your pocket. You know, so you kind of want to avoid keeping cards in your pocket, even with sleeves, because, you know, stuff like this can happen. You know, this is also what it looks like if it goes through the washing machine, so make sure you clean your clothes out, kids. So that's pretty much it for the 0 to 10 scale. The last thing I was going to cover is the ultimate rare card, and this is an argument that I was talking about earlier. A gentleman was telling me that the card's not mint. It's kind of ridiculous, but, you know, if you pay attention to ultimate rare cards, you know on the back of the card there's a distinguishable heat marking, and that's because they use like shredded foil or something to make these cards at Konami. And what happens is the more heat you have, the longer you have to press it, the more visible it's going to become. And if you hold it up to the back there, you can see in the light, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see right in the middle there that there it is. You can see the square outline right there, clear as day. And you can see it on this one. A little bit more visible line right there. A little bit more visible line right there. There's the square outline again. And on this one, it's very difficult to show, but it's there. It's right there. Square outline right there. And the square outline right there it is. You can see it. You can see where the light kind of has a right angle there on each of the corners if I move it. See, there's the square right there. And then on some of these even, I don't know if I can get a good picture of it, but some of these even, you can see the text box outline. Here's a good one. See, if you look right down there, there's the line for the text box and the line for the picture. If you look right to the left there, see it right here. You know, so, I mean, the ultimate rare card, it has that quality, but it doesn't kill the value of the card. You know, the card is still mint. It's not even a factory defect. It's a distinguishable marking. So, if you look at the card like that, you know, basically, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's not unmint, and if people say it's unmint, you know, then they're just being ridiculous and they have standards that are too high for this game. But otherwise, you know, all these foil cards, all of them, every single one of them has that distinguishable marking on the back. So, this has been my mint guide. and I will see you all later.